Hey everybody, because it is now after the new year, it is currently the beginning of February. I have yet to do what everybody else has already done. Kind of late to the show, however, I think it's still kind of relevant, and that is a pocket dump. So if you're unfamiliar with what a pocket dump is, pretty much what it is you take all the stuff that's in your pockets and on your person, such as accessories like your watch, and you just show it here. If you have anything new, you can show that, and hopefully you can get a quick review on that product. So let's go ahead and start off with what I've got in my pockets. First up, I've got my Kershaw Knife. It's a spring-assisted knife. It's a really nice knife. I believe the blade is 8CR13 MOV. It's a Hinderer design, and as you can see, it's just a straight. I didn't go with any serrated blade just because it's nice and smooth. It is metal, and the reason why I'm carrying this one now is because my other one with a G10 handle that's it's a little bit more lightweight and it's smooth just like this one. The clip actually broke and I don't have any spare clips to replace it with. So that's that. Of course, with it being spring assisted and with it being a Kershaw, it just makes for good fun. There's the knife. Next up, chapstick. Nothing crazy. With it being chilly here in Texas, I don't like to bleed from my mouth. That's great. Next up, writing utensil. I've usually got a Sharpie on me or some sort of pen. I like Sharpies because they can pretty much write on anything versus a pen that won't necessarily write on everything. However, if I'm in the office, I will have a pen, but regularly I've just got a Sharpie. In my back pocket, I have typically some sort of handkerchief. This is just one that I've had for many, many years. It's just a plain Jane white. Some of them have designs, some don't. It's always nice if you don't have a facial tissue or anything to blow your nose into. That's where this comes in handy. If your wife or girlfriend is crying for whatever reason, this is really nice to whip out, and you can hand it to her, and thankfully you can wash it and reuse it time and time again. Typically around my neck, mostly at work, sometimes around here at home, are a set of earbuds. These are wireless. They work via a Bluetooth connection. They're made by Anchor, and hopefully I can see if I can find them online, but I'll drop the description or the link down below. These are really nice. They're super lightweight. They work on a single charge for 5 to 6 hours. And on here you've got the volume up, volume down, play, pause, and to turn on and off. It's pretty simple. You've got just a micro USB charge here. They work really well. They're not sound canceling or anything like that, but they are magnetic, so when you have it around your neck, they just kind of hang out there. Next up, on my head, typically, I'll wear a hat, such as this. This is just a plain Jane Oakley. It is fitted. I like the fitted ones better. They seem to just sit better on my head. It doesn't have any mesh, which is always nice, but I like it. It works. Then also on my hat, typically I've got my sunglasses. Just carry these around with me everywhere. They are a pair of Oakley gas cans. I'm sure you've probably seen these around. They're nothing fancy. They're black. They do have polarized lenses, but these are aftermarket lenses. Just because the other ones got scratched, but they are super nice. You can see they have a hard time staying up. That's how long I've had them and how much I've used them. And typically because, oh, you know what? I'll show you my watch. So this is an Apple Watch. It's a Series 3. Nothing super fancy here. It is the Wi-Fi only. It doesn't have cellular. This is an oddball watch case. It's by UB Pro. And I got it because I needed something that has almost big bumpers so that the screen doesn't get scratched, because I like to work out in the shop and I know I'll get it dirty, it'll be used and abused, And so far, it's done really well. So there's that. And because I am married, I always have a wedding ring on for the most part. So I went to Amazon and I got a bunch of these. These are silicone. They're fairly inexpensive. $12 for, I don't know, 5 or 6. They come in all different styles. Pretty much they'll come in any size. The ones that are lighter, or these that kind of have a weird design, I don't wear those nearly much. Hence why the white one is so clean, is because I just don't wear it. I like the darker ones though, the dark blue ones, the gray ones, and the black ones, of course. So I'll typically have one of those, not all of them, just showing you a little sample. And lastly is my wallet. This is what I am replacing. It is a little bit older. It's worked out great, but it's a smidge too thick. I've got a few cards in here. I've got my ID for work. I've got my driver's license. I've got one debit card. And I've got a few other business cards, insurance card. Always got to have cash on me. That's always a plus. Neat thing about this is it's got a bottle opener, which frankly I have used once just to make sure it still works. So there's my wallet. Now, what am I replacing that with? It's this. This is the Magpul DAKA Essential Tactical Slim Minimalist Wallet. Super neat. It's got, if you open it, on one side it's got one slot here for whatever ID. This is pretty much where I keep my ID here for work. That's where I keep that. On the other side, I'll have usually my debit card here. And in the back, this is where I have the rest of my IDs. And so now I've actually been using this for about a week now. You can see how slim it is initially. And I'll go ahead and start putting in the cards. Okay, and there we are, pretty much finished out. So as you can see, it's much thinner, at least that I can see, than this. What's nice about this is when I put it in my pocket, I can easily slide it out. These edges are nice and rounded, and it slides rather well. I'm actually kind of surprised by how easily it slides in and out of my pocket. I've actually been using this for about a week now, just to give it a run so that when I come to this review, I can show you and be like, hey, it actually works pretty well. Now, the nice thing about it is that because it's nice and slim, it almost disappears in my pocket. Now, I could see this not working very well if you have lots of cards that you like to carry around. This is not the wallet for you. If you have only a handful of cards like I do, I try and not haul a bunch of junk with me around. I have no need. Why do I need more than one debit card or a credit card? All of my IDs and stuff like that, that's kind of necessary. A few bucks cash, that is necessary. And my ID for work, I could probably throw in a business card or two in here. And this has worked really well. It does not have any sort of RFID blocking. This does. I believe it's in this rubber band. I think there's one on each side. So some doors at work, this didn't work with. Just because when I tried to go swipe it, the RFID blocked it. So for my work ID, I had to pull it away from the rest of the wallet so I could swipe in. Unfortunately, I don't have a bottle opener on this. However, nowadays, with glass bottles being twist-offs, and I typically have a bottle opener on my keys. Such as this. This is the Gerber Shard. And I did forget to bring this in earlier, but this has been a great multi-tool. As you can see, it's got a bottle opener here. It's got a nail pry tool there. Also a flathead screwdriver. A Phillips head screwdriver on this side. I think that's about it. The rest of the keys. Big climbing carabiner. Because that is a must for me. It's easy to hook on to stuff. Truck keys, house keys, toolbox keys, all of that stuff. And of course, I'm going to save the best for last. I totally forgot my phone. It was over to the side charging, but it is an iPhone X or 10, however you'd like to say it. It's nothing super fancy. I did get a nice Pelican case for it. It's slick. It does wireless charge, which is always a nice thing. And it'll pretty much fit into any phone mount. So a lot of the pictures that I'm taking on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, this is what I'm taking it with. And with that, that's all I've got for you today. Just want to show you kind of what's in my pockets, stuff that I've been changing up. I highly recommend going through your stuff every year and figure out how can you be more efficient, or how can I change this up just to change your routine just a little bit. I am a firm believer in change, so changing up one thing, two things, whatever it is, I think it makes myself more efficient and I don't get stale. A lot of times throughout the year, I'll change a bunch of stuff. And especially day to day with all of these wedding rings, I'll change it up. Some days I'll be a gray, sometimes I'll be a black or a blue. Not really depending on my mood. I'll just grab it and off I go and not really think about it. I appreciate you for watching this video. I'll hopefully have more videos for you coming up soon, and I'll see you then. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Am I still recording? Spring assisted knife. It's got a